What's up, YouTube? It's D the Surgeon coming back at y'all again with another video. Today, I got a tutorial on how to do a hot taper on waves, so let's get straight to it. First things first, you always want to comb any waver that you have sitting in your chair, whether it's 360s, 540s, 720s. Make sure you comb with their pattern before you cut their hair. What this is gonna do, this is gonna lift the hair up off of their scalp and make sure that your clippers run through them clean and flush so that you get that even desired look that your client looking for. After that, I'm taking my number 2 guard on my Babyliss Low Pros with my lever all the way closed, and I'm just following the same motion that I combed his hair with, but with the clipper, and I'm actually cutting. But I'm not going into his crown, and the reason for this is the crown is usually the thinnest part of most people's head. So I like to either use a higher guard or just open my clipper all the way up. So since I'm cutting his waves down on the outside with the 2 closed, all I'm gonna do when it gets time for that, I will open the clipper and then I'll go around his crown and follow the same pattern that he brushes in around his crown too. This is very important. You can plug him easy. Also, make sure you continue to comb as you're cutting through the hair, just in case any of the hair didn't get cut on that first pass through. You can raise it back up, knock it down again just to get that even look that we all looking for. Now my client has a cowlick in the front of his lineup. What I recommend with any cowlick or swirl, I recommend using a higher guard and actually cutting the hair in the direction that it grows. You have to be very particular with any type of cowlick or swirl, because if you cut it the wrong way, it'll almost leave what looks like a bald spot. After getting all the hair to the desired length, pick up a brush and just lay all those hairs down before you actually start to taper. Now I'm gonna set my bald guideline with my Babyliss Skeleton FXs. Now we are doing a hot taper, so this guideline is gonna be from the corner of the box of his hairline to the top corner of his ear. Now using my Babyliss FXs with the lever all the way open, I'm gonna go up about a finger's width in the same shape and angle as the initial bald guideline. Now using my 1.5 guard, I'm gonna go up and debulk most of the section I'm gonna be fading in. What this does is it really just makes everything clear for you so you can see everything more clear. Also, it gives a ballpark on where your fade should end. Now that everything's clear, I can start my fading process. Me personally, I like to fade up, so I'm gonna take my 1 guard with the lever all the way closed and tap the bottom of the line and gradually open up my lever the higher that I go in the fade. Now this is not gonna take out the middle guideline completely, but it is gonna soften it enough to where you can come behind it with the 0.5 guard and take it out with ease. Now with the half or 0.5 guard, tap that middle line the exact same way that you did with the 1 guard, except we're using a 0.5 this time. Now I'm gonna take my 1.5 guard halfway open and connect that panel that we debulked earlier with the top of the fading process that we just went through. Even though this is where his waves sit, you don't want this bulky line at the top of your fade. So what I do is I use a guard below what I used to initially knock down the hair with, and I go with the grain just to connect the top with the side. Here I have my 1 guard all the way open using the corner of my blade just to do some detail work in the top of my fade, get any dark spots out, anything like that. Guys, detail work is what's gonna be the difference between a good fade and a great fade, which in this business is really night and day. So be very particular in your details, pay attention, because people notice, clients notice, other barbers notice, everybody notices when you don't. To get this bottom guideline out, I have on no guard with my lever all the way closed, tapping the bottom of the line, doing the same process that I did with my 1 and my half guard with the middle guideline, but except this time I'm using no guard to the bottom guideline. This is usually one of the hardest lines for most barbers to take out, so be very careful and don't get frustrated if it doesn't come out on the first try. With the back taper, it's really the same process as the side, just over a bigger area. So I'm just gonna sit back, shut up, and let y'all enjoy the process. Now that we're done with the taper, we can start the lineup prep. With this, we're gonna take our 1.5 guard with the grain just on the edges of the hairline, and then we're gonna come behind it with some hairspray just to lock those hairs in as we line them up. Anytime you're cutting a wave, you always wanna surf the top of the waves with the hilt of your blade, or just use shears to get those prickly hairs that won't lay down that didn't get cut by your clippers. The basic rule of a lineup is don't push anybody back unless you absolutely have to. I promise your client will be more happy with a lineup that's maybe not as sharp as it could be, but it's natural over a pushback lineup that's only going to be sharp for 2 or 3 days. Try to make the back of the neckline as straight and as natural as possible using your full blade, but as you work your way around the ear, use the corner of your blade like a pencil, drawing a curve rather than a ruler drawing a line. Now this is where we make our money on it. This is the part that matters the most to most clients, so you have to be the most precise and the most careful on the front line. For most of my clients, I always start in the middle and work my way to one side and then match the other to the side that I've already done. But for this specific client with the cowlick in the front of his hairline, it makes it way harder to match it. So it gives the illusion that one side is higher than the other when it's really his cowlick. And like I said, the basic rule of a hairline, don't push anybody back. Me and this client have actually talked about it before, and that's one of his biggest fears. When you're done with your trimmers, always come back with the razor just to give that more clean, finished look of a cut. When you finished, always do a double check of your work, see if it's anything you can improve, anything that you can fix, anything you can do better. For reference, this is what my client came in looking like. And this is how he's leaving. If you rock with the cut or the tutorial, please like, comment, subscribe, comment on anything specific you'd like to see in the future. Thank y'all for watching and stay blessed. Praise God.